From revealing that someone in his camp was working with his enemies and was planning to have him killed, to detailing how he killed his ops, Foolio's lyrics painted a disturbing picture of his life. But the more you look into his music, the more disturbing it gets. So strap in for this wild ride. Betrayed by his homies. There has been a lot of talk about Foolio getting backdoored, and turns out this is nothing new. Back in 2019, Foolio posted an ominous message on Facebook saying, "My heart might get me killed, I'm too loyal to the wrong people." And in January this year, he released the track God Don't Know, where he addressed the situation, rapping, "It's a snake inside my grass f***ing with ATK." But what's even more shocking is that even police documents show that someone in the rapper's camp was feeding information to the enemy the day he died. Police reports showed that Foolio's killers used a female to get one of Foolio's friends to drop his location. What's crazy is that Foolio's top op made reference to females being used to backdoor ops in an interview that dropped immediately after his death.
I tell my dogs, stay away from all them but they'll drop your low to you don't with. I don't think nobody set you up. I know for a fact somebody set your ass up.
Even more crazy is the fact that Foolio's mom, who's been working closely with the feds, hinted at girls being involved in setting gang members up in an interview after her son's death.
You thinking these girls, your friends and all that type of stuff, they try to set you up.
So who in Foolio's camp is allied with the ops? First in mind is none other than Kenny Caps. Lately, attention has turned to Foolio's affiliate, Kenny Caps. Kenny Caps has admitted on video and in front of Foolio that he is cool with Young and Ace and that they talk from time to time. While on the No Jumper podcast, Kenny straight up revealed that he was talking to Foolio's main op, even going ahead to say that he's cool with him, while an uncomfortable and clearly sad Foolio sits next to him.
I talked to Ace.
You can answer that for.
I talked to Ace like a week ago.
After Foolio was confirmed dead, Kenny took to Instagram to react to news saying, "You know my heart the numbers, but I understand and respect the game. I know you at peace, baby boy, hug Osama for me and never let him go. Let him know I'm still thugging and forever riding for." I then put in too much work to lay down believe that. Additionally, his posts show that the two were together throughout the night, making him a suspect. Another one of Foolio's affiliates who was with him throughout the night and has been hanging out with the ops is Mizzo. Foolio even posted him on the night he was killed.
Got my brother with me, he done popped out for me for my birthday. He done time, it's lit, oh God.
Well, Mizzo has been spotted with one of Ace's affiliates, rapper Backstreet. In fact, just 3 months before the attack, the two took a vacation to Mexico together, something that baffled the internet. Dude really out here on vacation with the ops, wow. How Foolio even with dude after this, I don't know. Read one comment. Foolio knew that one of his guys was messing with the enemy, and that may have been what got him killed in the end. Death of 22-month-old Aiden McClendon. Two of Foolio's closest and fiercest shooters, JB and Cracker Jack, remain behind bars for the death of 22-month baby, Aiden McClendon. In Foolio's last song, I Don't Need Love, Foolio references the case saying that JB won't be free until he turns 40. In January 2016, 22-month-old Aiden McClendon was sitting in his car seat outside his home on Spearing Street. His mother, Tamishia Brown, and great-grandmother Mary Thomas were with him, unaware of the danger lurking nearby. Chaos erupted when Cracker Jack and JB, both members of the gang Problem Child Entertainment, PCE, drove by with a deadly mission. Their target was Aiden's cousin, a rival gang member. In a brutal act of violence, they opened fire on the car, aiming to settle a score in their ongoing gang rivalry. Bullets flew through the air, piercing the car and striking Aiden multiple times. The toddler, strapped in his car seat, was hit in the back by the fatal shot. Police and paramedics arrived quickly, but it was too late for little Aiden. The toddler was pronounced dead at the scene, leaving his family in a state of shock and devastation. Although the two gang members were handed life sentences, the judge noted that since they had committed the crime while still teens, each would have an opportunity to have his case reviewed in 25 years, perhaps giving them a chance of life outside of barbed wire one day. And by that time, Foolio would have been in his 40s. Foolio's attempted murder. Although Foolio was murdered by his ops in cold blood, it wasn't the first time the rapper was shot at by his enemies. In October 2023, he took to the studio to release the track, Get Back, where he rapped, "This gunshot wound ain't do but make me pop more perks. I saw my killer miss his shot. I swear it made me worse." A few weeks earlier, on October 6th, 2023, Foolio was caught lacking by his ops and was almost killed. The rapper was driving his black Dodge Challenger, which he was later killed in this year. As Foolio drove through the 3100 block on 18th Street W, a residential neighborhood less than a mile away from the Paxson School for Advanced Studies, the peace of the night was shattered by the sound of gunfire. According to various law enforcement sources, suspects opened fire on Foolio's vehicle, riddling it with bullet holes. The attack was swift and brutal, leaving Foolio with a gunshot wound to his foot and was quickly transported to UF Health Jacksonville for treatment. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office later confirmed that the attack appeared to be a planned ambush, with the suspects waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The next day, an Instagram story post appeared, seemingly from of his mom. The message read, "Keep Foolio my son in y'all prayers. He was shot last night in his hating city." At UF Health Jacksonville, Foolio had a successful surgery and began the slow process of recovery. However, the peace he sought was short-lived. Foolio's phone began to buzz incessantly with messages from friends and fans, all warning him that his whereabouts had been leaked. The source of this leak? A nurse at the hospital who allegedly revealed Foolio's location, putting his life in further jeopardy.
The nurse who worked at the hospital dropped my low time. It's crazy. I got a lawsuit with the hospital right now.
Foolio would later filing a lawsuit against UF Health Jacksonville. The lawsuit alleged that the hospital failed to protect his privacy, thereby putting his life at risk.
I don't know if she did it like intentionally or on some funny what she was on, but I know it wasn't like the right intentions. Like, I'm going through a lot of you weren't supposed to post that. You know who I am, what I got going on.
The nurse was later fired for breaching Foolio's privacy and putting his life in danger. Young and Ace attempted murder. In Foolio's 2023 track Get Back, he mentions Ace's brother's tragic death, which happened in 2018. Foolio raps, "My brother died, your brother died. We all dropped a tear. That other rapper not in Jacksonville cause we flipped his whip." Ace often talks about the tragic incident where they were followed to a red light, and he was shot 8 times while his brother and 2 best friends were killed.
They followed me at a red light. My blood little brother died on the scene.
You got shot 8 times on this, and somehow you're the only one to survive.
In June 2018, Ace was out to celebrate a special occasion, the birthday of his younger brother, Trayvon Bullard, known in the streets as 23. Alongside them were close friends Royale Devon Smith Jr. and Jacoby Deshad Groover. After the dinner, the 4 left the venue and settled into their vehicle, ready to continue their night elsewhere. But as they pulled away, the unexpected horror unfolded in mere moments. A car, seemingly out of nowhere, approached their vehicle. As Ace was about to call his girlfriend on his phone, their ops started letting off shots without warning or provocation.
So I'm calling him. I'm about to call her. Soon as I pull my phone out, I get shot in my hand. See my whole hand. See, all this is off, but it grew back. You know what I'm saying? See my whole hand. So when they start shooting, I seen it.
Youngeen Ace, amidst the chaos, made a split-second decision fueled by instinct and brotherly love. He leaned over in a desperate attempt to shield his brother in the driver's seat, risking his own life in the process.
I ain't gonna lie, I tried to like shield my little brother. So I'm shielding him, trying to get him out the car though. I'm pressing like the door, cause the door's locked. So I'm trying to press the unlock button, but they still shooting.
Tragically, his efforts were in vain, and the driver, along with 2 other passengers, succumbed to their injuries. That wouldn't be the only time Foolio ambushed and almost killed Ace. In March 2019, after an electrifying performance at Club Vibe in Waycross, Georgia, Ace and his entourage prepared to head back to their hotel, unaware of the danger that awaited them. At approximately 3:30 a.m., Ace and his affiliates arrived at the Hampton Inn on Brunswick Highway. As they settled in, reports began to surface of suspicious activity in the parking lot. Unknown to Ace and his friends, they were being watched, and the stage was set for a violent ambush. The peaceful night quickly descended into chaos as gunshots rang out, and people began to flee in terror. The peace at the Hampton Inn was replaced by a scene of panic and confusion, marking the beginning of a harrowing ordeal for Ace and his entourage. As the gunfire faded, the true horror of the ambush began to unfold. Waycross police were called to the Hampton Inn, responding to reports of people being chased in the parking lot by individuals with guns. The scene they encountered was nothing short of a nightmare. Near the hotel's pool, officers found 30-year-old Jeremy Alexander Brookins lying on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds. Despite the paramedics' best efforts, Brookins was declared dead at the scene. Brookins, known in the streets as Rollo, was a known 1200 gang member and was part of Ace's entourage that day. Turns out, just a month before he was gunned down, he was part of the hit squad that took out one of Foolio's closest friends, Bibby. Unfortunately, he was caught by the bullets meant for Ace. Even his mom came out to say that her son was not the target. Inside the hotel, 29-year-old Dwayne DeMorris Starks was also found shot and injured. He was quickly taken to a nearby hospital for emergency medical treatment. The ambush had left 1 man dead and another fighting for his life. Ace, miraculously uninjured, cooperated fully with the investigators. Spot him got him snitching allegations. The streets have no mercy for snitches, and neither did Foolio. In his track Kill Switch, he let one of his ops know that he was a rat. This was none other than Spot 'em Got 'em. This stems from a 2017 case where Spot 'em was arrested for possession of a concealed weapon and grand theft auto. Only 15 years old at the time, the rapper and a friend, Y and R Mookie, were arrested after their car broke down, and they and another suspect decided to steal another one. Both teens spent 21 days in jail. It was during this time that the seeds of the snitching allegations were planted. An alleged police report surfaced online, claiming that Spot 'em Got 'em had provided information to the authorities about Mookie's actions. According to the report, Spot 'em Got 'em's cooperation led to his release, while Mookie remained incarcerated. This called to question Spot 'em's loyalty and integrity. Spot 'em was forced to call into Miami's 99 Jams radio station to clear his name.
So Spot 'em, you know we got to get into all the rumors about the snitching and all that. So they're saying you snitched on Y&R Mookie, and there's a lot of noise out there about it. Paper's been leaked and all that, allegations flying around. What's your side of the story? Just let's set the record straight.
According to the rapper, he never snitched, and he and Mookie were cool.
Me and Mookie, we talked. It's some old shit. I don't know. Like I never seen it, but I seen it on the internet. I guess the police put whatever the allegations they put. But me and Mookie, we cool. That's my brother.
Spot 'em revealed that they both served equal time and that the cops were behind the leaked documents that were 4 years old.
That shit there, that just, I don't know how I got on the internet. Police put that shit.
There's like
charges been dropped, and we both went to jail for like 21 days before it got out, and it was nothing after that. I never heard of these. It's just not coming out.
Prominent figures in the industry weighed in on the controversy. Some, like rapper Lil Durk, took drastic measures. Lil Durk reportedly returned a $100,000 feature fee after the snitching allegations surfaced, signaling his disapproval. Whether the allegations were true or false, Foolio was all too glad to diss his op in his track, Bibby's Murder. Foolio spoke about the murder of one of his closest friends, Bibby, and even blamed himself for it. In Foolio's last ever song, I Don't Need Love, Foolio raps, "But I can't save you, I swear to God, I wish Bibby never walked out that door. I told him don't leave. I told him don't walk out that door, and he died." Bibby was a student at Grand Park High School, and Foolio's close friend who met his death in an incident that shocked the city. The death hurt Foolio so much that he released a song in his honor. On February 25th, 2019, at the Hilltop Village Apartments parking lot on West 45th Street, Bibby was found lifeless, the victim of multiple gunshot wounds. The area around the gazebo, where he had been spending time, was littered with dozens of shell casings from a rifle, tracing the path of his desperate attempt to escape his assailant. Witnesses reported the teenager being chased down. They saw Bibby fall and was struck by bullets as he tried to shield his head, with his hands in a futile effort to protect himself. According to the arrest warrant, it was K-So, who in a cold-blooded act approached Bibby and shot him at close range in the back of the head, even as the young teen continued to try to defend himself. The arrest warrant also revealed that K-So had taken to social media after Bibby's death, posting several photos and videos where he appeared to be bragging about Bibby's murder. He even released an album titled Bibby Out, with Bibby's photo in the middle. K-So and his gang did more than brag about their hit on Bibby. As it turns out, they went as far as to disrespect his grave and dissed his relatives every chance they got.
They tore up his grave, they spit on his grave, they urinated on his grave, they made fun of our rallies or whatever, they made fun of us marching, they mocked us every chance that they got.
But Bibby wasn't a saint either. As it turns out, he was active in the streets while still a teenager. In fact, before he died, he had already killed one op. This was confirmed by Foolio in the track Bibby's Story, where he raps like Lord. He was 16 with a body on his belt. Murder of Zion Brown. Zion Brown's murder was a significant turning point in the Jacksonville gang war. Not only was Zion Brown active in the streets, he was rapper Foolio's blood cousin. Foolio often talked about him in his music. In his track In My Heart, Foolio raps, "I'm crying tears of a lion, thinking about Lil Zion, juvenile, adolescent, we was so defiant." Their ops decided to take things too far and murdered Zion Brown in his home. It was around 1:30 in the morning when the family's backsliding door was broken by a brick. A gunman made his way into the kitchen and then into the living room where a teenage girl, along with her 9-year-old cousin and her brother, Zion Brown, had gathered in the living room. The gunman let off a series of shots, hitting the 16-year-old girl on both of her legs. Her young cousin was hit in the neck and right arm, and Zion Brown was fatally wounded. The wounded 16-year-old girl provided cops with information. She knew the shooter and recognized him as a Facebook friend and the boyfriend of one of her friends. This revelation steered the detectives in a new direction, and the name DeAndre Thomas emerged as the prime suspect, a man with close ties to Ace. DeAndre Thomas, a 19-year-old student from Orange Park High School, was no stranger to the law. His past was filled with a series of arrests in Clay County, including drug possession and a string of burglaries, one of which involved the theft of a firearm. In fact, Deontra and Youngeen Ace were both implicated in that robbery 7 months before Brown's murder, where the two conspired to rob someone who was reportedly selling weed. Shots were fired into that home, nearly missing a couple and a 1-year-old child. After his arrest, Ace pleaded no contest. This connection between Zion Brown's killer and Ace intensified the rivalry in Jacksonville. The police, armed with this information, launched a manhunt for Thomas. Then the next evening, around 8:30, near Butler Boulevard and Belfort Road, the search came to an end. Deontre Thomas was arrested. He was charged with 1 count of murder for the death of Zion Brown and 2 counts of attempted murder for the injuries inflicted upon the 2 girls. Foolio's murder. The news of Foolio's murder shocked the hip-hop community. But just hours after Foolio's death was confirmed, Ace released a new song titled Do It. The lyrics of Do It are undeniably provocative and explicit. Ace raps about gunning down his rivals with chilling precision. Catch his ass and do his ass, you know he finished, he raps. Flip his ass and smoke his ass, we stand on business. In another part he raps, I don't even call him by his name. I call them Lil Do-Its. Let's do it. Call his phone, say they got the low. I told them do it. These lines leave little to the imagination, painting a vivid picture of violence and retribution. The music video for Do It adds another layer to the song's menacing tone. In the video, masked men are seen shooting another man in what appears to be a motel parking lot, which is similar to where Foolio met his death. While Ace doesn't mention Foolio by name, the timing of the release and the content of the song have led many to believe that it is a direct response to Foolio's murder. The comment section said it all. The feds were not expecting this level of self-snitching, said one fan. But Ace wasn't done snitching on himself. Barely a week after releasing Do It, he released yet another track, Game Over, where he took his self-snitching antics to a whole new level. The lyrics are diabolical, and there's no doubt that Foolio is the target. Right from the start of the music video, it's clear that it's a Foolio diss as they brandish a bottle of Don Julio, which Ace takes a sip off before starting the song. While the song's intro is disrespectful enough, the lyrics are nothing short of evil. In fact, he literally explained what happened that morning Foolio was shot and killed. 5 in the morning, I got a call. What is this? Dead on the floor, dead on arrival. Mr. 6, I'm steady screaming out, along. The 6 inches, 4 in the car, and 1 of them dead. 3 got hit, Ace raps. First, Foolio was killed at around 5 in the morning. Apart from that, he references Mr. 6, a title that Foolio often used in his lyrics. Shockingly, Ace even describes the number of people who were in the car that got shot up, which is what is in the police report. And if you have any doubt that Ace was talking about Foolio's murder, he went on to rap, bullets through this windshield, can't miss him with this chopper. Well, the news was filled with Foolio's windshield riddled with bullets. And to top it all off, Ace revealed why he took out his main op. And went to that grave and took a picture, Ace raps. For anyone who doesn't know, when Ace lost his brother and 2 best friends in a shooting, Foolio went ahead to shoot a music video for the remix to the track When I See You at their gravesite while holding a picture of the 3 dead teens. Foolio's music mirrored his life, and although the lyrics were dark and violent, he was never capping. From taunting his ops to shouting out his fallen affiliates, his music was a reflection of the life he lived in Jacksonville. If you enjoyed this video, click on the boxes playing on your screen to watch similar content.